I'm glad you are here because I am making a centerpiece for this table. I'm on the lanai. It's a beautiful spring afternoon, and there's nothing better than having friends over in the evening and enjoying a night by the pool on your patio. And that's what we plan to do today. So I am making a centerpiece for this fire pit. It's a fire pit, but it also serves as a table because there is a solid piece of metal that goes in the center and covers the fire pit, and I use it to place centerpieces or appetizers or dessert. It just works beautifully for us. So this evening, I am making a centerpiece. I'm going to really make almost a tablescape. I have an idea, and we'll see how it turns out. So what I'm going to use are these giant mums. I was looking for any white flowers, and I kept running across white roses, and it just didn't seem to fit for this area. But these, I think, are going to work. I am going to place the mums in this vase of water, and then put the vase inside of this vase, and I'm decorating around it. So let's get started. I'm going to cut these mums to fit this space. It's not going to take many to fill this vase. And actually, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have about a dozen of the mums. And let's see if we can use all of them. I really don't want them to be taller than this particular vase. And it's fairly tall. The birds are chirping. And it's fairly tall, and it's going to sit in there, but that's going to go over. How about if I put some on the outside, some on the inside? That would work. And I always try to strip off the leaves on the bottom because it makes the water cloudy quickly. So I strip those off, put them in, take that one off as well. Nothing says welcome to your guests like having fresh flowers in place. And I keep plants growing a lot. I don't have a lot of flowers that are like bedding plants, like a mum, because we have deer that love to eat all of our flowers. So it's difficult to find anything that will grow. Vinca will grow in some planters because the deer tend to not like the taste of vinca. And I have had them eat them though, but they don't eat all of them. If you plant, say, pansies, they'll eat every pansy. And as a matter of fact, they're called deer cookies here because that's as soon as you put them out, they're going to find them. It may take them a few weeks, but as soon as they start blooming really pretty and you're very proud of yourself, the deer find them and they're gone. I'm so glad I chose these mums instead of the white roses. They're just so pretty. Look at this. I think the roses are too romantic looking. They're not quite as outdoorsy as I wanted them to look. And these mums look beautiful. Aren't they gorgeous? I'm going to place this in the other vase, but I'm going to put something around the bottom to make it a little more interesting. I have several items I could use to put in the bottom of this before I let's put these in first. and then I'll work around it. Yes, that's going to be perfect. I'm going to make this a somewhat coastal themed tablescape, so I'm trying to use neutral colors. I have this sea glass, and it is a beautiful shade of peridot green. And I believe I got these at a Dollar Tree at some point. It wasn't this year, it was maybe last year. So if you look, you might find them. You might even look online if you need a lot of it, you can order these. But I believe I was going with these glass beads. I use them quite a lot for centerpieces. They just add some detail to the centerpiece and not a lot of color. So I love the way the light shines off of it, and you're going to see why I like that in just a moment. But we're going to drop these in all around the bottom so that it somewhat meshes together, the two bases. It adds an interest and it catches the light. Sunflower, you're mine. If you have sand, you could use that to make it more coastal feel. But I'm going to use these, and I would call these beads, but they're not round, they're flat like a pelican. Somewhat like a river rock. And you can see how this softens the look of the flower ready. Now we're going to use these tiny LED lights. It's just one short strand, but it adds so much magic to a centerpiece. And I'll link them in the information box below. And just remember, there's no water between that inside base and this outside. So you can design these any way you would like. You can wrap them in a circle, you can make them zigzag. I am just placing these in here, and any way they turn, I'm letting them fall where they may. And later this evening, we'll come out and look, see how beautiful this turns out. In the meantime, after I finish this arrangement, we're going to go in and I'm making a pasta dish. I am making almond pesto and fettuccine, and I can't tell you how perfect a dish this is for a quick summer evening. And you will, once you start making it, you're going to love the idea of it. I love the buttery taste of the almonds, and you will love that over your pasta. And we're going to have that this evening, and then we'll come back out and you can see everything with the lights dimmed down and these lights on, and get an idea if you would like to make something similar to this. Now, right behind me, you'll notice there is a giant seashell shape back there, and I have done something similar to this. I have placed these LED lights in it, and I have put ornaments in the bottom of the seashell, and it turned out absolutely stunning. And I'll show you a video of that as the sun's going down. I get lots of compliments on it. Now I'm going to take the battery pack and just tuck it in to the back and place some flowers around it. No one will ever see it. Place this raffia placemat. You've seen these before. I have 6 or 8 of these, but it fits beautifully in the center of the table. Now this is a sand colored candle that I'm going to use, and I can't remember where I got it. I've had it for a while, and I love the scent of it, but I love the color more. And this is a coaster. It's a stone coaster. It's by Thirsty Stone, and I'm only using this because I love the color with the candle, and I want to protect that placemat. And then finally, I'm going to place a seashell in front. Now, this is a conch shell. However, it's not used as a conch shell for decoration. It's actually a serving dish. It even has spoons that go with it that are made out of the conch shell. I was in Hopkinsville, Belize, and I was walking down a little road because there's not much in Hopkinsville, and there were two gentlemen making these from seashells, and of course I had to buy them. And you could place anything you wanted to in here to serve, because I got 2 spoons with it, and because I knew I'd probably break one eventually, so I went ahead and bought the second one. But I'm not going to use this as a serving dish, although I could. I'm just going to turn it over and have a beautiful conch shell. I do love the neutral colors in this tablescape. However, now that I look at it, I wish I had gone to the beach to get some sand, but it's a little late in the afternoon, so we're just going to go with the beads. But next time, I'm using sand. I had a few other items that I could have used for a coastal tablescape, and you know, we have the green sea glass, and if I had decided to use that, I was going to use this beautiful piece of pottery that looks like a starfish, and maybe put a candle in the center of that. But we decided not to go with that color scheme. And I also have this pewter serving dish with seashells, and isn't that beautiful? I'm not seeing the make of this. I don't think it's Arthur Court, but I'll look it up and see and put it below. But I'm going to use that on the side table because I want to zhuzh it up a bit out here and make it a little more coastal. So I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to put it on a side table. Now that this tablescape is complete, let's go inside and make almond pesto with pasta. And then when the sun is down, we'll come out, turn the lights on, and see what this looks like. For this recipe, we're going to use a blender. We're going to begin with 1½ cups of fresh basil. Now we'll add 1½ cloves of garlic. In this case, I'm using garlic paste. Now let's include the juice of half of a lemon. Include 1/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Include 1/2 cup of delicious raw almonds. Now you can begin blending these items together. Blending, slowly add extra virgin olive oil to your desired thickness. As you continue blending, continue to add olive oil until the pesto reaches your desired consistency. Top your fresh pasta with this delicious and creamy almond pesto. blend your pasta and pesto, and bon appetit. Well, dinner was wonderful. I hope you try that recipe. And I think this tablescape is great for this time of year. Hope you give that a try. And I'm loving this sunset. Isn't that beautiful? And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, to tap that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram. Bye.